lots to talk about on the show. Thanks very much for joining us on Overdrive. I'm Shireen Bhan. We're going to start off with a much-awaited launch from the M&M stable. It's the new global SUV, the XUV 500. It's not the XUV 500. Sirish managed to get behind the wheels for a quick drive to give you the first drive report.
I just want to welcome you all.
The speeches were long, the build-up to the unveiling was even more agonizing, but when the XUV 500 finally came on stage, there was all-round applause. Mahindra has been working on this SUV for a long time now, 4 years, and a lot of resources have gone behind it. This is going to mark a sea change in Mahindra's approach, in Mahindra's vision of what it wants to do with its product line. And on first impressions, boy, have they done a good job. We had the clearest unmasked pictures of the XUV 500 before its launch in Overdrive magazine, but it's only when you look at the vehicle in the flesh do you truly appreciate how good looking it is. It all starts with this Mahindra grille, a jaw-like grille that gives it aggression. The slashes in the front bumper, they're here to relieve visual mass. They're blanks, they're not air intakes. The air intakes is this honeycomb grille over here, and then you have the number plate holder neatly integrated into the front. No additional or tacky add-ons. The headlamps, nicely stylized, LED daytime running lamps, projector-style headlamps with cornering function. And then when you move to the side, you see this nice muscular haunches. They cover 17-inch rims, disc brakes on all 4 corners. These tires, dual tires, they're on-road tires. So they're not compromised by off-road ability, so they deliver more grip on-road, and that's what you need for a vehicle such as this. Wing mirrors, they got the turn indicators in it. And then you have these door handles, these vertical style door handles. Mahindra calls it inspired by a cheetah's paw. I think that's a bit much. And then you see this nice character line at the rear, this rear haunch. Again, it's inspired by a cheetah ready to pounce in the savannah. And that whole savannah theme carries on to the tail lamps. See this tribal motif? That's supposed to be inspired by the African savannah. A bit too much if you ask me. Nice slashes in the D-pillar. And overall profile, very well done, very well executed. And the rear also, an attractive rear. Now Mahindra, in my opinion, have always done good designs. Okay, you look at the Xylo and you will not agree. But look at the Scorpio. That was the first premium SUV and the front end was very well done. Though the rear looked like somebody forgot to style it. With the XUV, every single angle is done well. It looks well proportioned, got a good, nice, muscular stance. It's a good looking vehicle, and when you look at it on the road, you will turn your head and take a double take. Mahindra is one manufacturer who've always been very innovative with their interiors. In fact, they're one of the first to introduce voice control in the vehicles, and with the XUV, they move up 2 notches. Let's start with safety. All variants get 2 airbags and ABS as standard, and the W8 variant gets ESP and curtain airbags also, 6 airbags in all, which is a very good thing. Climate control is standard. It also has a 6-inch LCD touchscreen, which has everything, a load of information, Bluetooth, iPod connectivity, and inbuilt DVD player so you can watch movies over there, and inbuilt navigation. So you click on this, go to nav, and you got navigation, which actually works very well. There's got a chilled glove box over here, so you can cool your bottles. Everything that you could possibly want is there. No, you could go on and on and on, and you can still find new things. Leather seats, standard. Twin glove boxes, standard. Even though the XUV 500 is a compact SUV, there's enough space inside the vehicle. Up front, it is comfortable, and even in the middle row, there's enough leg, knee, and headroom. In fact, you walk in and out of the SUV. You don't have to clamber into it like in other SUVs. Right at the back in the 3rd row, there is adequate space for short journeys, though putting people over there for long journeys is a bit cruel. With the 3rd row up, boot space is completely non-existent. It's best to fold the 3rd row flat into the floor, and that delivers a good boot. The XUV is the first car-like vehicle Mahindra have built, and it really feels car-like. Now you're not sitting on top of the vehicle, you're sitting within it. The center of gravity is not too high, so it doesn't have that unnerving top-heavy stance. It gives you confidence to drive it harder, faster, do long distances in speed, and the driving environment is very well done. Everything falls to hand perfectly. the ergonomics are good, the quality, it's patchy. In some parts it's good, in some parts it's okay, but otherwise I don't really find too much to complain with this. You know, you sit in a Cruze, you sit in a Corolla, then you sit into this, and then you don't feel that it's too far off the cars. It does really feel like a car. Mahindra claim that they are going to draw sales away from cars, and I believe them. Powering the XUV500 is the same tried and tested engine from the Scorpio M-Hawk. It's a 2.2-litre 4-cylinder diesel that makes 140 horsepower, but because the XUV is much lighter than the Scorpio, it is much quicker. Acceleration is brisk, but what you notice is a strong bottom end grunt that makes driving pretty effortless. Refinement is also good, though you rev it above 3,500 RPM. As you can see, there's a lot of noise that comes into the cabin. But it's quite alright, it's not a problem. The XUV marks a sea change in how Mahindras have been built. Up until now, all Mahindras have been built on a ladder frame chassis, and they can all trace their origins to that original Jeep. But with the XUV, Mahindra have moved to a monocoque construction, and that's a big step up from them. Also, the engine, it's a transverse engine made into a 6-speed gearbox that drives the front wheels. It's the first front-wheel drive Mahindra. And as you can expect, the handling is way superior to any Mahindra you have ever driven. Even the ride quality is actually very good, and this feels like a more road-oriented car rather than an off-road oriented car. Go around a corner, and whereas in a Mahindra you'd brake hard, then turn in gingerly, here you can actually go down. There is tire squeal. It's not like a car, but it's a big step up, and it feels like a modern SUV, like a modern monocoque construction SUV that you can drive on a daily basis and won't take too much effort in driving fast or in touring. Mahindra have truly pulled a rabbit out of the hat. I honestly didn't expect the XUV500 to be even half as good, but they've blown us away with the whole integration of the package. Styling, comfort, space, features, and to top it all, the cherry on the cake, the pricing. For this variant, 11.95 lakhs ex-showroom in Delhi. If you want all-wheel drive, you will also get that in a couple of months, and that will cost you 12.88 lakh rupees. And that's excellent pricing. If you're looking at a vehicle in this class, if you're looking at an SUV or even a car at around 10 lakh rupees, you definitely must take a look at the XUV500. And we will have a full-fledged road test on Overdrive very soon.